Thank you. It's truly an honor to be here as you guys are passing through this milestone in your life. My talk today is titled Screams of Empowerment. It's going to come from some experiences I had in my life. I was a firefighter when I was younger, and one day we were in a burning building and the voice in my head said, "Step here," and I did. And the next thing I knew, a beam came crashing down, flaming debris, and my fellow firefighter and friend Jim was flattened underneath. And all I could hear was, "Help me, help me, help me." I would say it louder and shriller, but I don't want to pierce your ears like his screams for help pierced mine. And there's been twice in my life that I've heard the screams of a person that thought that they were dying. And I hope none of you hear that. In this particular case, Jim was wrong. He didn't die then, but he was also right because he is and was dying just as every one of us are, because we have no control over when, where, and how our end is going to come. But more importantly, we don't have to be depressed about that because we do have the power over something more important. That's how we live. The choice to decide your future, how you're going to live, who you're going to hang out with, what are you going to accomplish. And I'm going to share a few concepts with you today that are in my book, Reset. And the reason I brought it is I asked Jennifer if it would be okay if I gave each of you a gift for your accomplishment, and she said sure. So I'm giving each of you a book, but I want to talk a little bit about the background, how it got there. I had a friend of mine recently that said, "You don't think like other people." I said, "Yeah, I do. I'm just born in Boise, raised, didn't have a lot from a wealth standpoint. I can honestly tell you, I can remember the day that I went to a friend's house and they had a shower. And I thought, wow, that's cool. Someday I am going to have a shower." And that was one of my life achievements, that I would have a house with a shower in it. So I share that with you because I don't care where you are in your life today, it doesn't have to limit where you're going to be in your life tomorrow. And so you're going to have the opportunity to make choices. You're moving from the age of minority to the age of majority. That means you no longer have to do what other people tell you. It is now your choice what you do. Legal license to make your decisions. More importantly, the responsibility and accountability to result and reap the results of your choices. So the biggest thing I could probably tell you where you are, and this is probably good for everybody, because I know some of you think you may be stuck and don't know where you're going to go. I guarantee you some of the audience looking at them, because some of them out there are as old as I am, and they may feel stuck where they are. The concept of the book is reset, and the point I want to get across to you, every one of you is going to come into moments in your life when you're scared, you don't know what to do, you don't think you can go on. And I just want you to know that you have the ability to reach up and push the reset button. Doesn't matter what age, what circumstances, because you can say, I am resetting my life from this moment forward. So the number one core principle for you guys to do that is you have to have your own definition of success. You live from your age right now, you've grown up with from the time you could walk with your parents and siblings telling you what they wanted from you and what they expected. Next level, it's your teachers. And then you move in that stage where it's your friends, boyfriends, girlfriends. And the next stage is going to be your bosses. And everybody has an idea what success means for you. But until you sit down and figure out who you are and what's important to you, you're never going to have the quality of life that you have the ability to have. When you define what you want in life for you, and I'm going to give you a big tip on getting started on this, and that is it's not money. All you got to do is look out there and look across the world and all the people with the most money, and the one common factor that they seem to have, none of them are really happy. So the key is going to be find that passion inside of you that drives you, that you can latch onto and make a difference, first for yourself and then for others around you. The reason having your own definition of success is so important is that You are inundated daily with other people telling you what to do, even the media, what kind of car to drive, what kind of clothes to wear, what you should be eating, how you should look. You guys are already fortunate enough because you've broken the mold by breaking out of the traditional high school approach, because you've taken a path of going through the online high school, which is different. And once you come up with this definition of success and what's important to you, you filter every decision you make through that definition of success. And if it's something that is going to help you accomplish your goals, then do it. Second thing I want you to do, and you can start on this if you haven't already, I want you to make a LEAP list. And a LEAP list is an acronym for learning, experience, adventure, and progress. And what that means is you start writing down everything you think you would like to do and experience in life. And you make a list and you just keep writing, and never take anything off that list because you think it's unreasonable, because you don't have the education or the finances, because you don't know what's going to happen in your life, and someday you will have that opportunity. The LEAP list is important to have more things on there than you will ever be able to accomplish in your life. And the reason for that is, number one, you always have something to look forward to, because when you scratch one thing off, there's a whole bunch more waiting for you. The second thing is, it's going to help you prioritize, because when you have more things on your list that you want to do, then you have to prioritize and decide which is the most important. And then two concepts that you're going to have to absolutely embrace if you're going to do this and step out on your own. Number one, you're going to have to embrace change. The world is changing around you. I know some of you have some relatives that are fighting change. You can't fight it. Even rocks change. And as long as you fight change, all you're going to do is guarantee yourself obsolescence and to become irrelevant in life. So learn to embrace change, learn to grow. That's change within yourself, change in things around you. And if you really want to make a difference, learn how to be a change maker and help others make changes in their life. The other one is risk. Of all the things I've done in my life, the single biggest differentiator at the different levels, and I would say it's tiers, from levels within each social and economic class or ability to from one level to the other, and that is your ability to assess, analyze, and accept risk. You guys took a risk when you decided to do online high school by not having all the benefits of the regular high school, and the one young lady that spoke mentioned that. But risk is that one thing that will make a difference in what you achieve compared to other people. When you get ready to go off to school, and some of you are going to go halfway across the United States or farther, you're going to go somewhere you don't know another soul, that's a risk. When you decide to own your own business, the reason more people don't own their own business is not willing to take that risk. When you decide to improve yourself and better yourself, and frankly that may be breaking away from patterns that have been instilled in your family that are not healthy for you, it may be breaking away from friends that are a negative influence on you. That is a big risk, because when you decide that you're going to move towards reaching your definition of success, you risk a lot of your support and relationships. But what I can tell you and promise you is, if you will take those risks, there is more beyond where you are. Each and every one of you, and I'm talking to the parents in the room and everybody in the room, is way capable of more than any of us think we can achieve physically, mentally, and spiritually. So I told you that story about Jim and the fact that he thought he was going to die that day, and I opened with the screams that were so piercing, hearing him thinking he was going to die. And what I'm going to tell you is that you need to focus on figuring out who you are and what you want, so you can hear the silent voice inside of yourselves. Because if you can quiet the noise around you and figure out how to listen to your voice that is going to guide you, I truly believe that listening to that voice that day saved my life, because I took a step, no reason to, I just said, move here, and I did. I believe I'm here today because of that. But more importantly, when you start following that inner voice that you all have and listening to it, it takes a lot of confidence and courage, because to do something above and beyond the norm, you have to break the mold and the pattern of the norm. You're going to be going against the grain. And a lot of people don't have the ability or the courage to do that. Once you start following that voice, you're going to find yourself in situations where you're making a difference in your life and everybody you come into contact with. And then once you are listening to that quiet voice within yourself, you're going to start hearing the screams that are coming from other people. Not the verbal screams of somebody that thinks they're dying, but the screams of the people around you that are asking for help. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I hate my life. I need money. I need assistance with something, whatever it may be. Because when you start listening that and looking from within yourself and start looking at others and deciding what you can do to make things better for others, then you're going to experience the real joy of empowerment. I used to play golf. I actually hit a hole-in-one one day, and a pretty elite group to be able to do that. Quite frankly, I am convinced it's like winning the lottery. It's more luck than skill. But what I will share with you about that is when you do something for yourself, it's like hitting that perfect golf shot where the ball sails, goes long down the middle of the fairway. It feels really good then. But that feeling doesn't last very long. But when you do something for somebody else and you look into their eyes and you see the difference that you make in their life, that lasts forever. And so that's what you need to do. Listen to your inner voice. It's going to take you down a path that others may not want you to go, that you're going to have to forge the way, embrace the change, take the risk to do it, and then find a way to make a difference in somebody else's life. In doing so, you'll make a difference in yours. So my challenge to you is to ask more of yourself than you ask of others, and then find a way to make a difference. And from my book, I have a comment there that it's about resetting again. And so again, it's not going to be easy, but when you find yourself in that spot you don't like where you are, reach out, push that reset button. So my challenge to you is right now is reset. Ready, set, reset, and have a wonderful life. Thank you.